In this week's Road Patrol, it's a follow-up after we got calls about drivers going the wrong way on Sage Street at Franklin Avenue in Gentilly.
WDSU traffic anchor Brandy B. Harris found out it's not only the only trouble spot. Police have had their eye on that whole half-mile stretch.
As safety concerns keep growing, drivers say their daily route may need actual sage to cleanse the area.
On this small half-mile stretch of Franklin Avenue, you might see a couple of stray dogs, numerous speeding cars, and a lot of safety concerns.
There's people flying by real fast, not, avoiding the speed limit and stuff like that. And I done seen a few crashes before, like one across the street.
One thing I see a lot of is like on that turn, get onto the highway, when like that yield, there's always some issues there with either people trying to run that light or people trying to get up onto the highway before the cars come.
Back in July, the WDSU Road Patrol showed you how people have been dangerously driving the wrong way on Sage Street, which became a one-way in 2022.
What I have noticed is if they're used to coming this way, they don't see the do not enter sign until once they physically turn off of Franklin onto Sage Street.
Within minutes, our WDSU cameras captured not one, not two, but more than 3 cars still going the wrong way down the one-way at Sage Street.
It just leads to confusion. So you have the people who see it as a one-way and the people who've never seen it as a one-way constantly crashing.
According to NOPD Captain Anthony Michaud, the problem is not just at Franklin and Sage, it's also several blocks around it.
In 24, we had 20 vehicle crashes with 4 injury-related crashes as reported.
Between here at Myrtle and Abundance, NOPD says they've issued more than 450 citations in this half-mile stretch of Franklin Avenue. And that's all in an effort to keep drivers safe, but even that has not stopped crashes in this area.
According to NOPD, there have been 39 reported crashes on Franklin Avenue between Myrtle and Abundance since last year. 15 of those crashes, or 38%, have been at Franklin and Sage. In response, NOPD has increased traffic enforcement on Franklin, including sobriety checkpoints and speed checks.
We want the public to give us the locations that they need, and it's our job to go out there and check and see what we can do to facilitate anything that can make it a better, safer street.
But Franklin Avenue is not the only trouble spot.
Martin Luther King and Claiborne has been a very impactful crash site. We've worked with DOTD, state, and all our federal partners to be able to see what can we do to make that location and that intersection better. We also do take it seriously, and we do enforcement in that area if we see it's a bunch of negligence on the part of the operators.
And NOPD's next steps may include more technology.
Our signal traffic camera lights have not been taken into consideration, but we're looking to try to see what we can do with the laws that we have at the current books to see about implementing more traffic cameras, and we can pay close attention and kind of deter bad driving habits, and we try to improve that community's area of concern.
For the people who frequent this stretch of Franklin Avenue, their traffic woes take no detours.
Slow down, take notice, because you can see the children walking back and forth to the bus stop after school and before school, and take notice of other people's cars, because I'm scared to park my car on Franklin Avenue because of the speed limit,
Either they're trying to beat people onto the on-ramp before they're coming off that turn, they're trying to speed past that light before it turns red. There's not enough distance, time, or information for people to make a decision on where they're trying to go, and that leads to a lot of crashes.
In New Orleans, Brandy B. Harris, WDSU News.
The NOPD also says they want the community to stay engaged in reporting traffic concerns. In areas where there are several complaints, they could work with DOTD and the Department of Public Works to conduct traffic studies in order to make the best adjustments. You can report any traffic concern to 311 or directly to the NOPD's Traffic Division.
We're going to have to call 311 for this one.